Another thing I want to say is that I said it already, but
Hey everyone, welcome back to another very nice temperature episode.
Climate control.
We're the hosts. My name's MJ.
My name is Adam.
And here, everyone, I hope you're having a good time. Hope you're having a good day. We're going to start off this week with a debate episode. Ooh. Central Air versus AirCons. Bam! Okay, so we live in Japan, been here for a few years, and there's a big difference.
Yes.
Many differences. But one big difference that everyone is going to notice, the way that you keep your house cold or warm is very different. All right, so in Japan, it's all about AirCons, Japanese air conditioning units, and these are placed all over the house. In each room, you know, that one little system gives you cold air and hot air.
In North America, you have one unit that's connected to the whole house that gives you warm air and cold air throughout the whole house.
Now, I've heard in Hokkaido, this is common.
Yes.
Instead of the AirCons, they have a central heating system because, you know, it's really cold up there.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. But we're going to do a little debate, seeing which one is better. And then all of you people who are watching right now, you can go down in the comment sections and vote for who you think had the best argument.
Yeah.
So there's two sides. I will be taking the side of AirCon.
Yep.
Japanese air conditioning units. And Adam?
The side of central air, central heat.
And if you're new to the channel, the way we do this is we have two sections. The first section, we each get a minute to give our first statements. And then the second section, we have another minute each to give our rebuttals.
Yeah.
Here we go. So who's going to go first?
Saishoku, Jakepoy.
Snip. You go first.
Right.
In
let's
3,
go.
2, 1.
Okay, so my first point for central heating, central air, why it's the best. You know those times when you're in Japan and you go to sleep and it's really cold, and then you wake up and it's really cold? You don't have none of those problems with central heating and central air conditioning, because as soon as you go to sleep, it's warm. When you wake up, it's warm. Why? Because the whole house is always warm. It always keeps that temperature. If you like warm or less heat in the nighttime, you can touch down a little bit on that keypad and it'll keep the temperature for you. All right? Next one. When you go to sleep, no need for 15 blankets like you have in Japan. Why? Because the blankets there are thin enough that the hot air can keep you warm. You don't need blankets to keep you warm. Another thing, everyone in your house is warm. You go outside of this room, it's warm. You don't have to worry about being blasted by the winter cold, even though you're inside. How's it snowing in my living room? I don't know. Why do I see my breath? I don't know. It's too cold. But in North America, don't have that problem.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. You gave out some good ones.
A little bit.
All right. I think everyone who lives in Japan, you know exactly.
You know exactly what I'm
because
talking about.
I know exactly what he's talking about. Okay.
All right.
Getting prepared. We're going to be talking about now 1 minute of why the Japanese AC units, AirCon units, are good.
Yeah. And 3, 2, and 1. Go.
Bam! Okay, so the best thing about these AirCon units is that they are small. Then you can put them in each room all over your house, right? You can position them to the optimal position in that room so you get the best airflow. You can't do that with, central air. You just got stuck with those ducts. Another thing is that since they are put there and it's not a part of the house, you can take it out, right? So, hey, guess what? Like 10 years down the line, you want a new version because that new tech gets improved every year. You can get a new one. Then you have state-of-the-art stuff. Some of the state-of-the-art stuff that includes, hey, you can get like 2 temperatures from one AirCon unit. You can get, it heats from the bottom up because there's sensors in it. There's another one that's like, hey, smart AirCon. So you can control it all with your smartphone. So you can turn it on, turn it off at the convenience of your device.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Right. You ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so you were talking about it small and compact in each optimal position. You know what else is in an optimal position? The ducts in the rooms, because there's so many of them. You don't need to have just one location in your whole house. You have many optimal points in the house where it goes like this and makes a big airflow and has the air flowing all around you. You're surrounded by heat. You don't have to sit in a specific position to have warm air flowing on you. And another thing about the air, it's not dry when you have central air heating in your house. It's nice and moist because there's a humidifier attached to it. Your next point is that it's removable. I don't want anything removable in my house because if I move to another house, I want new stuff. So just leave that stuff there. With central air heating, you don't need to. It's already set. You don't need to go out and buy new stuff. Every time you move to a new place, it's there. Okay? Another thing I want to say is that I said it already, but
You already said it, so you don't have to say it again.
It wasn't. I missed it. I lost my train of thought and I looked at the wrong point.
You came out with some pretty good points right there.
My mouth wasn't moving the way I wanted it to, though.
All right.
Let's see what you got.
1 minute up on the clock. In
3, 2, 1, fire.
All right, you were talking about waking up cold, but if you have central heating, central air, you can just leave it on and it keeps your house warm. Well, you know what? You can leave the aircon on as well when you're sleeping, right? You can turn it off. You can set the timers on it, which I know central air has as well. There's timers. There's stuff that it's the same. That went nowhere. That argument, okay? But just to add about why aircons are so great is that you're not wasting electricity in different parts of your room that you're not in. Okay, so it might be cold if you go there, but you're probably not going to be there for a long time. So hey, you're saving electricity. That's what everyone wants to do. Save some money. Another thing is, you're just talking about you got to be in a specific location. You can change the angle of these bad boys. They pivot. They swing. That's the term. They swing. Man. And another thing, high power silent mode. Beautiful things. You don't got that. Okay, it felt a little of a weak ending, but that's all I had.
You brought up some points. You gave me a rebuttal about them being the same, and it's not. Yeah, it was good.
All right.
Yeah, not bad.
Now, everyone, you go down in the comments below and let us know who you think had the best argument and what you think about this topic. Which one's better? It might be difficult for people who have never experienced central heating, central air. But overall, Adam, what do you think about this topic?
I am still I miss my central air and central heating, especially going to bed and waking up. Yeah. Even though maybe the cost is different, more expensive for central heating, but I'm not too sure. Thinking about the summertime and the winter months and how it always fluctuates, it always goes up and down. Yeah. It's hard to say whether it's more expensive or less expensive. Yeah. And it depends on the size of your house too.
That's true.
And in Japan, places are very small. But one thing you got to know is that if you're moving in Japan, sometimes your apartment doesn't have air conditioning and you got to go and buy it. And it's usually from Goman plus installation fee. So Rokuman, if you have a house, you get one for every room. Mm-hmm. So it can get expensive to set up.
Definitely.
Yeah, but the convenience is a thing that I miss.
I totally agree.
Just like winter time, you are in a hot room and then you open the door and all that heat's just gone.
Yes.
That's one thing. And then going to the other room, it's just it's cold.
Super cold. Right? I think that even keeps you from going to other places in your house.
In your house too, yeah.
It's I could go over there, but it's really cold right now.
Yeah, I have to turn on the air conditioning.
I gotta turn it on and then let it heat up for a few minutes before I go in. So it's kind of bothersome. So I might as well just stay in this room where it's already warm. Right. So that's kind of a bad thing. But then the good point of that is if you're with your family, hey, family time.
True, exactly.
Stick around.
Stay together.
Eat some mikans.
Yeah.
That's it for this episode. Hopefully you had a good time. If you like what we're doing here in MJ and Adam show, this is what we're doing. Just two guys living in Japan. Yeah. Speaking our minds. So hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're interested. And maybe we'll see you on SNS. Tell me about it.
If you want to message us or get in contact with us, you can hit us up on our SNS channels. We got an Instagram where we spend most of our time. We have TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook as well. And we're starting to post on a few of those channels, some more than others.
Yeah. When was the last time we went on TikTok?
I don't know. I got locked out for a second. I need the password again.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. That's it. We'll see you on the next step.